a feature built in, so you may have noticed this little black bit here, and that is actually a rear view mirror, so I can see what's behind me over my left hand shoulder. How clever is that? It's one of those things where people think, how has no one thought of this before? So the idea is, it's like having a rear view mirror on a car or a motorbike, and just makes it a little bit safer rather than having to always look over your shoulder. You can carry on looking forwards. And if you're in a part of the world, such as the UK, where we drive on the right. Do we drive on the right in the UK? Well, we drive on the other side, and you can actually get the mirror on the other side of the glasses as well. So, interesting. And they're available in, well, white or black. But I think that's a really neat and simple idea. And also, as an added bonus, if you're a secret agent, these glasses are excellent for spotting if people are tailing you. I think there's a guy over there tailing me. Us road cyclists often get accused of liking carbon fibre everything. Well, we do. And this is the coolest carbon fibre thing I've seen today. This is a carbon fibre brake rotor, right? And it weighs just 42 grams. Now, to put that into context, a Dura Ace rotor that's also 160 millimetres weighs 119 grams. So, well, that's about a third, which is absolutely incredible. And being carbon, the makers also claim that it has another advantage over an alloy rotor, which is that it doesn't deform as easily. So you're not going to warp this as easily as you would with an alloy rotor, which is an interesting proposition indeed. But how have they achieved this? Well, the construction is made up of heat compressed layers, but they've actually impregnated graphene powder into the resin, and in doing so they reckon that this helps with heat dissipation over a standard carbon fibre, which is, well, quite interesting. But also there is a Kevlar layer that's on there as well, which acts as a wear indicator. So when the Kevlar layer becomes visible and you've worn your brake down, then some small fluff starts to appear on the rotor, and that is a sign that the rotor's worn out and you need to replace it. So this is a fresh rotor that's unworn, and then I've got a test sample here of one that's been worn down, and you can see the Kevlar layer there. I'd be really intrigued to try these out and see how they compare to an alloy rotor, but part of me wants them to be really good, because how awesome would my bike look with these on them? I'm over at the Topeak stand. Now, Topeak are masters when it comes to multifunctional gadgets, and I love gadgets, and they haven't disappointed me, because they've got this, which is called the Tubey Booster, and it's a new cylinder that they've developed, which is designed to help inflate tubeless tyres. So the way it works is you get any regular track pump and you pressurise this cylinder by connecting it up, and then you take the cylinder off and you can inflate a tyre. So I'm going to do that now and show you it in action. I've now got the charged cylinder in my hand with 140 psi banged in here, so let's inflate and hopefully seat this tubeless tyre with a big blast. Let's do it. I was expecting like a huge bang. Quite relieved that didn't happen, but that was incredibly quick and easy how that just seated and inflated that tyre. Yeah, it's just on. Yeah, really smooth. But it doesn't end there. As I said, multifunctional gadgets, right? So if I just release the rest of the air out of here, I'm now going to take the nozzle off the top of the cylinder. So I've detached the cylinder, and the idea is that when you go out on a ride, you leave the cylinder at home, but you can take the nozzle with you because it doubles as a CO2 inflator, which is a really neat and clever idea. So I've put my CO2 cartridge in there, and the neat thing here is it's got the same nozzle on it as the Micro Booster CO2 inflator that Topeak makes, which I love, because you can control the flow of the air as it comes out. So look at this. My thumb